All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the weigh-in. And every now and then on the way-in, what we like to do is we like to actually give you some lighthearted stuff, but it's still really entertaining. And today we're going to go with the Time Traveler's Gifts.
Time Traveler's Gifts,
Part
baby.
one.
Part one.
And in this particular thing, it's basically it's a thought experiment.
It's a thought experiment.
Designed by
me.
This gentleman right here.
So I'm going to break it down like this. So, you have the good fortune of meeting a time traveler with whom you fall into his good graces or her good graces, whoever it may be. So he says for your acts of generosity, he will grant you 3 wishes within the scope of his power.
Yeah, now, folks, this is very much similar to like the old genie thing,
Yeah.
You rub the lamp, you get 3 things, and usually people F up, and, all of a sudden they turn into smoke or something.
Yeah.
So we're having a little fun with it here. So what we're doing is...
so let me... I'll bring this
first?
in. So this is the first gift.
Okay.
So, there's duality. So there's 2 choices. So you can give your younger self any piece of advice, or you can receive advice from your older self. What would you choose? So this is you right now being able to go to your younger self, give him some advice, or you being able to get advice from your older self, a wiser you. So which one would you pick, or do you want me to go first?
No, I'll go first. It's not a big deal. Well, first off, as you know, you do get a little smarter as you get older, and you absorb more knowledge. It's almost like a drug. Your body, your brain, it needs more knowledge. We talked about this in previous episodes. So I would actually rely upon advice from my older self. Because what is that saying? How's it goes? Like, I wish I had known now what I should have known then.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like to relate to, because I'm sorry, younger folks, you do get smarter when you get older. But there's a certain point when you're older where you actually start to regress, or you do not actually keep continually growing, or your brain, you live for 100 years and you can't.
So you definitely come from the point of, as I get older, I'm gonna get smarter. I'm gonna be more sapient, more wise. So I definitely want you want that knowledge, that fountain of knowledge from the older you. I dig that.
But you know what you run into, though? Because at age 62, I run into it a little bit myself.
6 deuce.
6 deuce, man.
Let's go.
I know, right? No, what I do notice is, as you get older and you become a little more intelligent and you sort of think about things more, you sort of overthink a little, too. So you could end up being in a trap. You could set yourself up in a trap, because with the overthinking, you become a little bit too cautious. And you start double thinking your facts. You don't rely upon your instincts, your first thoughts that come to your head, your first intuitions. That's the only drawback. So your key moments are where, like 35 to 55. That's where you're on top of your goddamn game. And then,
wisdom and instinct kind of meld
and things do catch up.
Yeah, okay.
But you are smarter than ever, and I can vouch for it. You know you're in the middle. You're in the middle of this magic period.
4-0,
right now.
baby.
So what do you think? How would you look at this?
Me being where I am right now, and how good my life is, I would definitely want some advice from the older, smarter self. Because I'm always...
There you go.
I'm an autodidact. I'm always going out trying to consume knowledge. And I know as much data and information that I'm absorbing from all the quality of the environment and books and, friends and videos that I'm only going to get smarter. So I would love to know what 62-year-old me would have to say, and what advice that he would have to impart to 40-year-old me. So I definitely would think, if I was given that gift, it kind of see where I'm going to be at, at 62, how I'm looking, how much I got up on top, how much I got around here, did I marry, do I have kids? So I would definitely want some advice from my older self. I'm going with that too.
Yeah. Well, for what I can see, knowing you as a good friend and everything, I can see your personality. You're very cocksure about things. You really know exactly what it's all about, and you got to stay that course.
Yeah. So I would just be more intertwined.
Yeah. Don't self-guess. Don't lose the strength that you have within. Keep absorbing more knowledge, because you're only going to get better. And then if you feel things that sort of attack your wisdom, fight them. Don't let that stuff take you over and stuff. Media.
You got everything you need right here.
Right here. It's all in books. It's all media can affect your mind. So I agree. I think we're definitely both perfectly right on that one. Older self-knowledge is the best.
Yeah, but leave in the comments what you personally feel that you would have done, because I would love to hear what everybody everybody else has to say. So the second gift from our time traveler friend would be, you can travel 100,000 years back in time to the dawn of modern humans, or you can travel 100,000 years into the future to see the advanced human civilization and spend a year observing life unnoticed. And so that's
So do you go back after this year?
Yes, you go back to now. So like,
okay.
So if it's right now and you can go back 100,000 years and you can, for 1 year, watch humanity, the dawn of humanity, like Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthals, like watch how they, come up. Or you can go 100,000 years into the future, see advanced human civilization.
So both give you the option to fix things a little bit. They really do.
No. You don't get the option to fix things.
Well, if you come back from the future,
we'll get to that, but when you're I just want to clarify, when you're in the past, you don't get to mess with anything.
Sure.
And when you go in the future, you don't get to mess with anything, but when you come back, you get to change whatever you want. So it's up to you. Which one would you go back 100,000 years? And like, you're seeing the dawn of man's first steps, man creating fire. You getting to see big pivotal moments, or you get to go into the advanced unknown. Where do we go as a civilization? How does man evolve?
Well, there's a couple things that could cause a problem with either one. And one of the things they talk a lot about in science, and it comes up a lot in science fiction, is if you go back in time or you go into the future, if you have a tendency to mess with something a little too much, you actually affect the forward progress.
Yeah,
that's a paradox.
But with this,
but you might be able to affect it in a negative way if you go to the future and try to go back.
Yeah, but what the time traveler is giving you is just the ability to observe. You don't get to mess with anything, but you get to go all around the earth and absorb and observe everything that's going on. Absorb all the the fresh air, like the animals, human beings interactions, or go in the future, but you don't get to change anything in those two time periods. Which one would you be more interested in, going to see future man or going to see past?
Well, because you put limitations on things that can be done,
like you put limitations.
Yeah, number two itself actually only allows you to observe either in the past or the future, so you can't really help civilization.
No, you just get to observe. But what happens is when you come back to our time, with knowledge that you have or inspiration.
Okay, so I would actually probably want to go backwards.
You want to go back, so you want to see man create fire, man create.
Yeah, I want to see man, because I know where man gets to. Obviously, man gets to my era.
Yeah.
If I'm in the future and I see man being detrimental to itself and civilization, and I can't control it, it's even sadder because I know they're going to fuck up probably. Right?
Okay.
Maybe they won't fuck up, but at this present course on September 28th, 2020, we looks like we're on the trail to fucking up.
We'll see what
obviously
happens.
Science is like drawn and created by Marvel Comics to our president's mindset. So I'm a little sad on question number two. But I can appreciate, because I'll be able to see man learning and having fun, and
you think that would really inspire you to see man take
I would
his
feel
first
good,
step,
yeah.
Man building his first, finding shelter.
And I would see some of his mistakes, and I would be able to watch him correct his mistakes.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice thing. I think it'd be really sad to watch the negativity of the future, in my opinion. Now, I hope I haven't swayed your choice, but that's how I feel about that. What do you think, bro?
Oh, I'm going in the future, baby. I want to see. I want to see if we got flying cars. I'm going in the future. So me thinking that going in the future, I definitely would want to go into the future.
Okay,
but
tell me
also,
why.
Oh, I'm a future. I feel like I'm stuck here. I want people to advance. I feel like we should be farther ahead. This is my only thing, though.
Don't you want to be like the watcher and just learn and watch?
That's what we're kind of are. We are the watchers. But my thing is, I think that we are gonna, as far as humanity goes, like we're gonna change physically in those times. Like there's just something different. But I will want to see how everything else, like how the buildings that we live in evolve, like how our vehicles, because like if we're on the precipice of like self-driving cars,
I like that too.
We probably gonna be driving spaceships.
But what does that really do for your psyche?
Me?
Yeah, what does that do? I mean, it's cool to see it, but what is it? I'm thinking more metaphysically about, like,
No, I get you.
So you want to just enjoy the future.
I want to see where we go, and I think as far as the inspiration that you get from going in the past and seeing man coming up, I will also have inspiration seeing how far man takes everything else, which may inspire me to come through with my own breakthroughs.
Yeah, I get the inspiration.
You know?
Yeah, I see
so
that.
I definitely think that I would 100% go into the future.
Well,
but I definitely think it's going to be scary. I definitely think it's going to be way weird. I don't think we're going to look the same.
No, it's going to be. We could change a lot. I know, and I respect your thoughts about going into the future. One of the things that I had an opportunity to watch and see was the 1960s George Pell time machine movie.
Okay.
Where he he was able to roll out the time machine and go back to the past, and then he was able to set the dial and go in the future. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't happy with what he saw, but he felt like inspirational about it anyway. And the end result was he realized that he would actually go to the future to try to fix the future. Now we're talking about we can't fix anything on our own.
Yeah.
So and that's the way I would like to end the whole thing is there's something you can do, maybe without your limitations on this question. Maybe there's something you could do.
Okay.
I don't know what it would be. We can't distinctly change anything.
Now remember, this is only part one, so like we don't know where these questions may go in the future.
Yeah, we're going to come back to question 2 again because this opens up a lot of things that we need to really flesh out.
So the last and final gift from this mysterious time traveler is, so you can bestow the gift of time travel to anyone of your choosing. So the time traveler's powers, you can bestow those to anyone. Or you can spend 24 hours with a person of your choice from any period of time. Future or past, baby.
Well, this reminds me of the script that was written by, what's his name there, Stanley Kubrick, when he died, and Steven Spielberg made AI. The little robot in the future.
Yeah. Good movie.
That was a real good movie, and remember the young mother's able to spend 24 hours with her son before he can't reverse it.
Yep.
She loved it. It's a sad film, but a very well done film.
Very good film.
And I really like that a lot. So I think you have to take into consideration emotions and things like that because we are emotional people and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, boy, it's tough.
Think about it. If you
wow, that's a tough question.
Yeah, like if you need a second, or if you want me to go, if you want me to jump in.
Why don't you jump in and I can listen to what you have to say, and maybe it'll influence my thoughts. And I'll see I don't know if it's going to, but you never know, bro.
So I didn't think about this when I developed these questions, but for some reason I thought about it now.
Okay.
I would bestow the gift of time travel
to who?
On my younger self.
Ooh.
Does that create a paradox?
Yeah, yo man, pipe work.
So I would go to younger me, maybe like 17 years old, and say, "Here, you have this power." Now, by the way, 17-year-old me is not as smart as me right now. 17-year-old me is a fucking lunkhead. Okay, so I'm throwing caution to the wind, But hopefully, I feel like I would have the scruples. At least time, I'd be smart enough to, use these powers of time travel to like at least get smarter and survive.
So that means you're going to spend some time with a person.
No. I'm giving myself. I'm giving that power, and then I go back to reality, and I enjoyed my 2 wishes, and that's it.
All right. Well, I can live with that.
Okay. So
yeah, I'm going to actually spend 24 hours with a person of my choice.
Okay.
And see where that takes me. And obviously, you have no limitations on what I'm going to do, so I can actually absorb this knowledge, and I'm still going to have it, right?
Yeah.
So I can maybe fix the outcome of things and whatnot.
Okay.
I think what I would do is, I learned a lot from my father when he was alive, so it'd be neat to spend 24 hours with him in the future, see what he's all about.
That's dope.
It's dope.
That's dope, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good shit.
It would make me feel good inside.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
No, that's drop the mic. The Time Traveler's Gifts. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, comment, subscribe. Definitely hit that subscribe button.
Please do.
If you hit that subscribe button, you may get 3 wishes, 3 Time Traveler's wishes, But definitely leave something in the comments, like leave what you would do, how you would change things, and how you would react to these 3 questions. I know they're a little bit fun, a little bit deep, but that was the weigh-in.
Open up open up from the heart.
Let it out.
Let it all out, man.
Yeah,
it's the weigh-in.
It's the weigh-in. Woo! Woo! That was fun, man. People who have synesthesia are wired different. Like, I don't know, because I've never been
I have some elements of that, actually.
but I believe that I have some synesthesia. When I listen to music, I see colors. I can see, like, when I hear certain songs, I see certain colors for those songs, and that's how I remember the songs. So it's a cross wiring of different components and compartments of the brain.
Yeah, you'll notice that with really good classical music and even some of the pop music called progressive music that came out in the 70s and the 80s. You know, like Yes and different
People
things
that
of
kind of
nature.
blend genres, you think you think they may have developed synesthesia, or they may have synesthesia?
Well, it might actually be in you. Sometimes it takes a trigger element to actually bring it out. But I think everybody is a form of an artist one way or another.
Yeah.
And you
but just
only
maybe
know
not
this
on
by
the synesthesia level.
Correct. But as you say, in the true curiosity level, it's there.
Yes.
Because you need to take chances no matter who you are. Even if you think you're not an artistic person, be curious, check things out.